the Undefeated YouTube. We're here at Powerhouse Bayswater, and we've got a push session. So we Wednesday, International Chest Day for us. Started off with a chest fly. I always find with chest and with any sort of push session, a really important part for me is to make sure that my scapula is really open, and I've got a lot of sort of movement and mobility through the whole scapular area. Reason why, when I'm doing a push movement, I want to keep my scapula locked back and down, and then focus on my chest to do the pushing or pushing them across the body. If your scapula is compromised, or if you haven't got good mobility through the scapula, you won't be able to retract and lock that scapula down. And then when the scapula is not locked down, I find for me, it comes forward, and then my anterior delt starts to take over a lot of the movement. Now, excuse me, number one, we're not working on anterior delts with the movements that we want to do in the first part of this session. Number two, if your anterior delt, and fuck, if you know this feeling, if your anterior delt in the first movement of the session, like fucking fires up, that bicep tendon, like fucking starts to get irritated, it is a shit show for the rest of the session. Like, it'll be the worst session as far as the push goes. The reason why is because every single movement is going to be affected by this anterior delt or bicep tendon just fucking lighting up and taking over the whole session. So, reason why, I like to make sure my scapula is nice and loose. So really making sure my shoulder can move. How are you, bro? My shoulders can move through entire range of motion, front and back. So I'm really picking my shoulders up and dragging them forward and back, or the other way, so that scapula's open. Now I can lock it back and I can press. So we are starting with a chest fly. I like to use the cable, and the reason why I like to use the cable is because it allows my wrist to remain in a natural position without forcing my shoulders out of position. So I'm locking my scapula back, and as I stretch, my wrist can move to allow my shoulders and scapula not to move. Sometimes when you get like a pec deck that's fixed, because the wrists are fixed, as you go back it pushes the shoulders up or down. And again, if the shoulders have to move first in the movement, they'll generally work the hardest. So you want to make sure your chest is initiating the movement. So I find that with the cables, more natural wrist position, meaning my shoulders and scapula can stay locked down through the entire eccentric and concentric phases. Let's load it up. Oh yeah, and we've got tea here. Another thing that I'll do with this movement is I don't even think about it now, but as I'm contracting, I'll roll the wrist over a little bit. So as the humerus comes across the body, obviously that adduction is controlled by the chest, but another function of the chest is to actually internally rotate the humerus. So if you have your hand on your chest, and if you rotate it inwards, so you can feel the chest be involved in that movement. So as I'm contracting, I roll over a touch just to hit that other function of the chest as I'm squeezing. So I come into a pronated, and as I come back, I let it come back naturally into more of a neutral grip, and then pronate again on that concentric. One more. Up. Oh. Hour and a half. I push it. Alarm goes up at 6. Nah, 7:30. Oh, fuck. I tell you what, he has the softest fucking skin in the world. Yeah, and he's not a clammy kid. Like one of our other sons, won't say who. I'm not going to name names. He's got clammy skin. Like, go shower. Come back when you're showered. Oh, fuck. Two more. One more. Still laughing in my head. What are other sons I won't name? Come on. 5 more, man. Drive. 4 more. I got you. Come on. You keep pressing. Don't cheat. Same form. Same tempo. Drive. Good. Again. Come on. Drive. Excellent. Good. 2. Come on. Good. Drive. 1 more. Drive. Everything. Good. Rest. Up. 1 more. Up. Drive. Contract. Yes. Again. Contract. Yes. Again. Contract. Good. 1 more. Contract. Squeeze. 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 Slow. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Squeeze. Hold it. Don't move. Don't let it move. Don't let it move. Don't let it move. Okay. Good shit, bro. Up. Come on. Hey, 2 more. 1 more. Alright guys, so we did some dumbbells on the incline, then we did the flex leverage flat press. I'm going to use the leverage incline fly here now. This is really nice, the variation. I've seen C-Bum use this over in his gym, and again, it's one of those pieces that you'll rarely find anywhere these days, but if you find it, use it. So it's incline chest. I like to make sure I bring my hands nice and high in the movement, and I like it again because there's no grip involved, so my elbows and upper arm will sit in the pads. That's what's going to drive the pad across my body, engaging the chest with less forearm. So really nice variation for that reason. Bubble. Up. 3, 2, 1. All right, fam. Moving on to some shoulders. My favorite, lying cable cuffed raise. Now remember, with the lying cable cuffed raise, we want it on the lowest incline possible. So not completely flat, one up. It just allows for a straighter line of pull from where the cable starts to the attachment on the hands. So we actually did a poll the other day on Instagram about what's something that has always held you back from achieving your health and fitness goals or your physique goals. And I put it out to the undefeated crew as well in our private group chat. And there's some interesting answers. I think some of the ones online were normal things like 3 kids, finances, family, commitments, all that sort of shit. I think that when we were chatting to the group though about what sort of held them back the most of them were saying the finances. For some reason, I think that there's a common misconception that if you can't buy all the supplements and let's say all the gear, whatever, and have the best gym clothes and the best, if you can't have it all, then you can't do anything, if it makes sense, or you can't just go gym. So my point there is so for me to achieve my health and fitness goals, let's say if I want to look my absolute best, get in the best shape of my life, I don't need to have a $200 per hour coach in the gym or PT. I don't need to have a coach outside the gym even. I don't need to have the latest fucking Gymshark or collection gear. I don't need to have absolutely every supplement under the sun covering all the bases. If I want to be in my best shape, I've got to eat clean and then exercise. No one's stopping you from going for a run. It's free. Go run on the road. Go find an oval and run. No one's stopping you from eating less food or more food for that matter if you need to as well. Buy ahead, bulk and budget. Don't go out and eat. So I think that money is it's really a misconception of you have to have everything to have anything, and it's not the way. It's not true. You can start no matter where you are or what budget you have. Start, I'm saying, do you know what I mean? It might not be ideal, might take a little bit longer, maybe, I don't know, but like you can still work towards it or something. And it comes down again to people wanting instant gratification, instant return on their investment, you know, in their results, you know. And that's unfortunately the world we live in with Instagram and all these things, is that they promise, you know, this miracle pill, this wonder drug, this overnight success, this, you know, the secret is out there, and I've got to find the secret. There's no fucking secret. Let me tell you something from someone like myself, who has paid thousands of dollars to coaches from all over the world, done as many training camps as I could, spent as much money to be able to spend as much time as possible with the best in the world in bodybuilding for me, because that's my chosen profession. But I've invested countless time and money into that to find out there's no secret. There's no secret. It's hard work, it's time, it's discipline. Yes, there's things that you add into that as well. But at the end of the day, if you took everything away from me right now, you know, I could afford a gym membership. Fuck, there's gym memberships out there these days for $6 a week. You know, again, not my choice to train there, but it's fucking cheap. You know what I mean? If you took everything away from me right now, I could drink water, I could afford a tub of protein from fucking somewhere, bulk nutrients, and I could train hard, like, you know, and you couldn't stop me from doing that. And I would look okay, I would look decent. Now, I'm not going to win any titles, but I could still achieve something in the gym or something in the area of my physique, health and fitness goals. So I think that if you're sitting back saying, poor me, I haven't got enough money to invest in, you know, the latest and the greatest, you need to. And it's an excuse you're making that's only affecting your results, because you'll be doing something right now that's leading towards a time where you might have spare funds to invest in some more supplements or some more whatever to get more results. But if you just spend now thinking about poor me doing nothing, then you just set yourself back. So shut the fuck up and just start. Yeah. What do you reckon? For you two, what's something from your perspective, or something for women and mums out there? What holds them back?
Your husband will always hold you back. I'll let him finish this and then I'll... For mums especially, it's just the mum guilt. It's like you're so used to doing everything for everyone else first, sometimes you've got nothing left in the tank for yourself. Yeah, that's true. What I always struggled with. I know, like it... Whether it's a legitimate, you know, or not, how you feel is how you feel. So it's, you know, important to recognise that as well. I think for mums, it's as important to understand, same as it is for anyone. It's like, for you to be the best mum possible, you have to be happy internally. You have to have some kind of self-worth, self-confidence, self-belief. Now, if you haven't got those things, I'm not saying you'll be a terrible mum, but you're probably not the best mum you could be. Why? I think that also comes down to like what your purpose is, what your priorities are. So, for example, for me, being like a present mum, like, you know, I know that like the time goes so quickly, they're only so young for such a small amount of time. It's like, that's where my priority is. I don't think my worth doesn't come from how I look, you know what I mean? No,
but you feel better when you're in better shape, or maybe if your eating's on point.
Again, also too, I think my thing is like, as a mum, giving yourself grace period. Like there's a season for everything. Like, you know, your version of happy with yourself doesn't mean that you're in condition to step on stage. I mean, how you're happy with yourself. Yeah, no one has to compete. Like, it's not a thing of that's the best body out there. No, I'm saying for you to be happy with how you feel, actually happy, confident to go to the beach, to, you know, jump in the water, no matter with your kids, Yeah? So tell me this, right? If you're out of shape, okay, this is where I'm right, you see. If you're out of shape, if you feel like shit, nice day, you go to the beach, everyone's in the water except for you. How do you feel then?
I mean, yeah, you feel shit.
You want to jump in and enjoy it. Not for the fact of, now, your husband, yeah, I know for me, it's like saying, hey, you look great, come in the water. But if you don't feel good, yeah, about how you feel in a bikini or in that context, right, then you're not going to do it. So you're missing out on the fun. That's one example. But there's plenty of examples like it's where you feeling good about yourself, self-confident and in control, yeah, you're a better mother, partner, person, 100%. So sometimes I think for mums out there, and I understand the guilt associated with it, so I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but if you can try and understand that a little prioritizing time for yourself or prioritizing your day so that you've got a little time for yourself to take care of yourself is going to uplift other areas of your life. You know, and then it's a battle between understanding that's actually not a guilty thing or something to be guilty of, something that you need to be the best version of yourself for your kids, for your partner, for your mum, your dad, for everyone, yeah? But most importantly for you inside.
You better be careful. People start accusing you of sounding like Andrew Tate.
Go to work, shut up. Get a job.
I think you just got to want it enough.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to have a strong enough reason. Oh, boy. So we had all these sort of ones that I screenshotted off there. But kids not being able to hang out with friends, that's bullshit. Just fucking hang out with friends at the gym. You want to go too much partying, being around the wrong people. 100% true that your environment 9 times out of 10 will be stronger than your willpower. So you can be an absolute clean, someone who's never used drugs in your life. If you're in a room full of people who are doing cocaine 24/7, eventually you're probably going to do a line. It's just the way, laws of nature. Your environment is extremely important. Self-destructive thoughts and anxiety. I mean, I understand that a lot of people who go to the gym, a lot of people who attempt to embark on a fitness journey or a physique changing journey are often dealing with a lot of body dysmorphia, self-esteem issues, self-confidence issues. So they come here to try and change what they see. But the problem is, like, what they see is always going to be distorted. They're never going to be happy with what they see. So as they change their body, they get more and more unhappy because they start seeing more and more wrong with them. So I think the issues there is to really try and, first of all, break the patterns of your past that are causing you to have that distorted vision of who you are. To get real with your ethics, your values, your morals, and once you're real with your ethics, values, and morals, then you start to get to know the person you really are inside. A lot of us don't know who we are. A lot of us only know the person that we try to be to impress people on Instagram or impress people in a circle who don't even really like us, and we don't really like them at the end of the day either. But we think we have to be a certain way to be accepted, to be cool, to whatever. So unfortunately, when you're not yourself, then you're never going to be happy with what you see in the mirror. When you can learn to be happy with who you are, to know who you are first of all, get to know yourself. What makes you you? What makes you tick? What do you like? What do you dislike? What are you willing to stand up for in life? What are you willing to fucking die for in life? What are your values, ethics, and morals? And when you can be real with that, you start to know yourself. When you know yourself, then you're happy with what you see in the mirror, regardless, because you see through the muscles, the fat, the bones, the skin, the whatever. You start to see who you are. And then once you're happy with who you are on the inside, once you know yourself, you start to change the outside and start to enjoy that process. shoulder injury, you're needing someone to help rehab. Well, yeah, unfortunately, if you have injuries, you're going to have to invest time and money in finding the right person to help you. So just get multiple opinions, see multiple therapists, osteos, myos, chiros, physios, until you find someone who really helps with the issue. And that can take time, but I mean, hey, time is going to pass anyway, so money, regulations, laws, customs. Obviously, talking about gear there, Peds. I've seen plenty of good pros in Australia get by with whatever gear we have available here. Obviously, it's a risk for everyone to take, but I don't think that's the reason that's stopping anyone from achieving their potential. Love to eat shit food in off-season. Well, what can I say? Get some better self-discipline. Time management, discipline with food and alcohol. Should have started earlier, but had a million excuses why I couldn't. Not been able to hang out with friends, kids. Right. So, most around the same stuff. From what I see is people struggling with that. I had a client actually recently as well say he recently got a girlfriend. And he messaged me in his check-in and said, he had a few meals off plan this week. And he expects that it'll be like that moving forward. He'll have a few meals off plan and maybe not be able to get to gym at least 4 times a week, like his training plan is. And he said that his new girlfriend said, why can't he have, eat whatever he wants? It's not like he's in prep for something. He's not dieting for a show. So why should he have to stick to his meal plan all the time? Or go to gym at least 4 times a week? And the short answer is you don't. But the other short answer is, why do you have a coach? Why do you invest money every week into someone like me, helping you achieve your goal of putting on size and building a physique, if it's not important enough to you to follow a meal plan? You can go out there and you can eat whatever you want, train once a week, 5 times a week, depending on how you feel or whatever else. But my then statement is, if you could do that and achieve your goals, you wouldn't need me. You wouldn't pay me to change your plan according to how your body responds so that you can meet your goals, or to show you new ways to hit your goals. You can definitely eat out if you're not in a dieting phase for a competition, for sure. But these days it's so easy to eat out and track at least within 90% of what you're eating, to making sure you're hitting protein targets and carbohydrate targets. I mean, my new app that I'm releasing, it's the Undefeated app. So with the Undefeated app, this actually has the ability on it to swap out. I'll log in. So this app actually has the ability to go into my meal plan and actually say, you know what, I want to eat out. And then the meal plan will actually give me some options as to what I can have local or in the area, and not go too far away from what my macros actually are. So it actually has the ability to swap out the meal, and you can choose what restaurant you want to eat from, all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, there's things like that out there. There's MyFitnessPal. There's plenty of ways out there to track what you're eating within a certain respect. And if your goal is to gain weight, if you're in a gaining phase, then you want to make sure you're hitting minimum targets consistently. And training. So if you could get the results you want from training once a week, you'd probably be Mr. fucking Olympia, number one. But number two, you'd look the way you want it to look. So no, you have to train. But, just explain to your fucking new girlfriend, because you're a fucking man, and say, hey, we're going to hang out, but I've got to train sometimes. Get the fuck over it, man. Do you know what I mean? And again, if
If your girlfriend says you can't train and you don't, well then fuck, that's your business. Nah, you run that relationship for as long as you want to, but that's not my relationship. The other question we had was, what's the benefit of squeezing or flexing the muscle you're training in between sets? And it's just more blood flow. It's a way to essentially extend the set past whatever exercise you're doing and get more blood flow, more nutrients, more stretching of the muscle. And also, there's a big belief that in the old school guys that it also helps create a lot more separation within the muscle. So squeezing, holding, time and attention when you're already exhausted the muscle brings out more density, more detail, more fibers. So squeezing, more blood flow, more detail, and essentially a way to extend your set past the exercise you were just doing. So that's the reason why. Get a big fucking pump. Look who it is. Geordie. What's up, bro?
We'd already be gone.
Good.
Always. Oh my god, bro, that's disgusting. How do you look like that?
Woo, Ruben!
Ah, Ruby! Welcome! Take a bow, Ruby. Alright guys, so finished up our session at Powerhouse. A good session. Now we have our post-workout. At the moment I'm having... So I've never been one to have post-workout shakes, not for fucking years. But lately, because of the amount of food I'm having to eat, and I'm struggling a little bit digestively just to fit all that meat and whole food in, I'm having more shakes than usual. So at the moment, post-workout, I'm having 100 grams of carbs. I personally use the Glycoject one by Evogen. It's predominantly HBCD, highly branched cyclodextrin, but has some other stuff in to help out with like absorption. So I have 100 grams of carbs from the Glycoject. This also digests really well for me. So, you know, some people can use straight dextrose, some people can use whatever. If it digests well, then that's fine. And I have 60 grams of whey. At the moment, I'm using the Axe Labs. And that'll go in there, if it all fits. Up. All right. So 60 protein, 100 carbs, minimal, if any, fats. The Isolucid's like 1 gram of fat, so it's nothing at all. And I'll have that immediately post-workout, and then I'll drive home or drive to a cafe with Queen tea, and then I'll have my cereal and rice milk, banana, and some other shit as well. So smash this down, and about 45 minutes later, have my main meal post-workout. A good session today. So it was chest, push, we did chest, did some shoulders at the end. This morning I did biceps fasted before this as well. So twice a week I do triceps and biceps on their own fasted before the session. And I find it's a good way to give some extra time to the arms without just tacking them onto the end of my push session. I find at the end of the push session, I'm just really tired and fatigued, and sometimes it's hard to give 100% to the arms at the end, so I do it fasted, and I feel I get a better result that way, a better pump. So that's it for us. The rest of today for me, I'm off to see my chiro or spine specialist, still dealing with some issues with my neck, and adjusting, making sure my C3, C4
and lumbar and everything is just trying to avoid surgery, basically, and decompress the spine as much as possible. It's working well. You know, my strength's high, pain's minimal. I do have some, if I'm not on top of it, I do get some referral pain down that left side, but for the most part it's pretty good because I'm so proactive with it as well. I've got some more factories to look at as well. In fact, on Friday we might go look at another factory for the Undefeated Lifting Club, so we'll keep you updated there, and hopefully we'll get something. Well, I'm pretty confident that of two that I've got my eye on at the moment, we'll find one of those that'll suit, and we'll have a new home for the Undefeated Private Lifting Club, UPLC. So stay tuned and we'll keep you updated with that. Until next time, big shout out to Powerhouse, Bayswater, and all the staff, the members. Everyone's so lovely here, and they make us feel welcome. So I appreciate you sharing the space with us. Shout out to Bayley behind the lens, man of many talents. Also helped me out with the spots today as well, so big love there. Thanks to T for coming and being the life of the party, as always. And much love. And as always, guys, please like, share, subscribe, support. Show us some love. It helps us bring you more of this. And please get involved. Leave some questions down below about what you want to see more of, and we'll do our best to keep bringing you what we do every day, and hopefully keep it entertaining, keep it educational to some degree, and have some fun along the way. Until next time, Undefeated. Remember, we never lose, we win, we learn.